Hey people, it's me again. So, anyways, my birthday is coming up in about a couple of days from now, and so I'm gonna be 44, which doesn't seem like that. I'm gonna be 44. So, considering all of that, um, it's really hard for me to think about like what do I want to get for my birthday and all of that. You know, as far as that goes, yeah. I mean, I think for one thing, I wanted to like focus on there was just getting my Mr. Okage channel back from getting terminated from copyright and all that. So that's like one thing that I want to get, whether that's a birthday present or a Christmas present or something like that. Two, it might be like a computer and phone and all of that, and well, other things was just whatever I was also manifesting at the time, and I think that's just like another thing there of me wanting to you know get with one of my specific people at that point, and I think it's just mainly um, when it came to that SP that I talked about, J2, I'm okay with not having anything to do with him, and I think the other like SP that I want to get with this point now is like my first SB, the guy from Finland that I talked about earlier, and I think I would rather be with this guy rather than just be with the other one, because I feel like I can get with that other guy a little bit later. Really I don't really care if I don't have him, because there's still the first guy, there's still all these other guys that I can also manifest into my life as far as whatever reason it may be, you know. And so that's just one of the things I have to kind of point out about all of that, you know. So, considering all of that, I think there's just a lot more other things that I want to do, but it's just something like I just have a hard time deciding on what I want to do. Is the truth about all of that. But I think it was just has to do with the fact that I had gotten so used to having no choices of the matter, or false choices, or some other little things like that. Yeah. So, considering the other thing here was just that I have a lot of time to figure that out, and that's just one of those little things here. Even though I'm now going to be 44, but I'm still going to be alive for another 40 or 50 years at this point, and whether that's going to be with this guy or that guy or whatever, even like one of my exes, like Ricky or Drew or Tim and or these other guys that I had dated in the past, but didn't really pan out for whatever reason it is, but still, I think that's one of the reasons why they say like circumstances don't matter and all that, because somehow it just doesn't really matter, and the fact that when it came to like all these other little things there, I have the choice of that I could just do whatever I want to do at this point, and it was just something that I should have really taken full advantage of it back then, as far as all the circumstances that happened during, that early part of my adult life, where I was told to just suck it up and that's it. Even though it wasn't necessarily that they said that, but in some ways it was kind of like they did say that. That I have to suck it up when it comes to all these other little situations that I was in, at the time. And when I didn't really want to be a part of certain situations in the first place. You know. But, it was one of those little things again, like, as soon as we start to know our worth, things change. And for me, it's like, I'm always going to know my worth when it comes to my relationship with certain guys at that point. And then I could choose to have them or choose not to have a certain guy there. Double truth. So, anyways, I guess that's probably it. So, talk to you guys later.